Okay, let's talk about this tool that's built right into Node.js, often overlooked maybe, the Node.js REPL.
Yeah, the REPL. It's
Yeah.
incredibly powerful, really. Think of it as an interactive shell.
Right, for just experimenting with JavaScript code, testing Node things, maybe debugging little pieces quickly.
Exactly. No need to create a whole file or project just to try something out. It's instant.
So the idea here is to really get what it is and how you can use it, right? For testing code, learning.
Yep. Understand the what and the how so you can actually use it effectively.
Okay, so REPL, that's an acronym, isn't it?
It is. Stands for Read Evil Print Loop. And that name, it perfectly describes what it does.
Read evil print loop. Okay, and getting it started sounds easy.
Oh, super easy. You just pop open your terminal, your command prompt, whatever you use.
And just type Node.
Just Node, hit enter.
And you'll see that little prompt, usually the symbol.
That's the one. It's basically saying, okay, I'm listening. Give me some JavaScript.
All right, so walk us through that cycle. Read evil print loop. What's happening?
Okay, so first, read. Pretty straightforward. It reads the line of JavaScript code you just typed in.
It takes your input. Got it.
Then comes eval. That's short for evaluate. It takes the code it just read and actually executes it.
Using the Node.js environment.
Exactly. It runs it using the V8 JavaScript engine, the same one that powers Chrome. This is where your code actually, does its thing.
Okay, so it reads it, runs it, then it has to show you something.
That's print.
Yeah.
It takes whatever result came out of that evaluation step, could be a number or a string, anything,
Yeah.
and prints it right back to your console.
Instant feedback.
Pretty much. And then the last part is loop. It just loops back around, puts up a new prompt, ready for you to type something else, starts the whole cycle over again.
Read eval print loop. Read eval print loop. Over and over.
Until you tell it to stop. That constant feedback is what makes it so useful.
So you can type pretty much any JavaScript in there, like basic math, 10 plus 5.
Yep. Type 10 plus 5, hit enter, you'll see 15 pop right back out.
Read 10 plus 5, evaluated to 15, printed 15. Makes sense.
What about things that don't, return a value immediately, like setting a variable? If I type, say, let MSG hi.
Ah, good question. So an assignment like that is a statement. It executes, the variable MSG gets created and assigned the value high. But the assignment statement itself doesn't return a value in JavaScript. So the REPL evaluates it, sets the variable, but then prints undefined.
Okay, so undefined doesn't mean it didn't work.
Not at all. It just means the statement itself didn't produce an output value to print. But crucially, that MSG variable, it's now stored in your current REPL session.
Oh, so I could then just type MSG on the next line.
Exactly. Type MSG, hit enter. Now the REPL will read MSG, evaluate it, which means looking up its value, and print high.
Ah, I see. So the state persists within that session. That's really useful for trying things out step by step.
Totally. You can define variables, then functions that use those variables all interactively.
Can you do multi-line stuff, like defining a longer function? Yep. You start typing something that clearly isn't finished on one line, like function my function. The REPL usually notices.
And it lets you continue.
Yeah, it'll often switch the prompt to something like dot, indicating it's waiting for more input until you finish the block with a closing brace or semicolon.
Okay, neat. Now, besides JavaScript, you mentioned some special commands, starting with a dot.
Right. These aren't JavaScript code. They're commands for the REPL itself. They control the environment.
Like, how do you even find out what they are? Is there a dot help?
You guessed it. Type dot help and hit enter. It lists all the special dot commands and what they do. Super useful reference.
And getting out, there must be a command for that. Dot exit?
Yep, dot exit is the clean command to quit the REPL session and go back to your normal terminal.
Are there shortcuts too? I feel like I usually just hit Ctrl plus C.
You can. Hitting Ctrl plus C twice usually does the trick. Or you can often use Ctrl plus D on its own. Both signal you want to exit.
Okay, good to know. What about saving what you've typed? If you figure something complex out?
There's save. You type .save, followed by a file name, like .savemysession.js. It'll save the history of what you typed in that session to that file.
And loading. Can you load code from a file?
.load filename.js. That command will read the JavaScript from the specified file and execute it in your current REPL session. Great for setting up some initial state or functions.
Nice. And if I start typing that multi-line function and mess up halfway through?
Ah, yes. Don't want to submit broken code, just type .clear or .break on a new line and hit enter. It cancels whatever multi-line input you are in the middle of, lets you start fresh.
Okay, that's really handy. So pulling it all together, this REPL thing is more than just a simple calculator.
Oh, much more. It's a live, interactive Node.js environment. You can test syntax, explore how different Node APIs work, check variables, even require modules you've installed, and play with them.
All without the overhead of creating files and running scripts constantly.
Exactly. It's fantastic for learning interactively, trying out new language features, or just quickly verifying something during debugging.
It really does seem like a tool that could change how you approach certain tasks.
Which leads to a good thought to leave you with. How might using the REPL more often, maybe for quick checks, exploring modules, or just playing with JavaScript ideas, actually change your own workflow when it comes to learning or debugging code? Something to think about.